Okay guys, so I have everything stitched on now. I've got my first 3 pages together, and I'll kind of show you. Here was the setup on the cover, and then I felt some glue somewhere. It's kind of sticky there. But here is, of course, my first page with the, now on my little cards here, recipe cards, I do put one way and one the other. That way the bows aren't kind of running into each other. And then here, of course, is that page there. Here is my pocket with my jars. And here is this page. And actually, this little bag has a little bit of a bend in it, but I did have to overlap that. So when I said you could kind of butt it up or overlap it. So if you don't want it to overlap that little bit, you'll have to trim a little bit off because it is a little big. But anyway, this is the setup on that 3rd page. So now we're going to get ready to have the layout for this page. And on it, you will have your flap paper, and you will have your inside flap, and then this will just lay right in here, and then this will tuck behind it. So I will just use a little bit of sticky strip to hold that in place, and then this will slip behind, and then I'll have 2 more tags in the white that will go in my pocket. And once again, all I do is put a little bit of sticky strip right here, just enough to hold that bottom so that this has a pocket and something to hang into. Okay, and that will be your 4th page. I want to make sure I'm in frame. Okay, so that will be your 4th page. So then, here is just the page. So the page, and I don't have my measurements out on this one. So what I gave you for your measurements on your basic page will be here. You'll have your 4x4 and your little cutout, and I've already stitched around these since I had my machine out to stitch around the others. So I have that one ready to go. I will pop this up a little bit on dimensional so that it is not laying right on that photo mat. But anyway, that will be your 4th and 5th page. So I'm going to kind of lay these over so that I can work on the next page. Okay, so anyway, this one is just going to be another page, and it will be a pocket page. So we will take this paper here, is what I used on this basic page. Now when you get to these pages where your book is getting a little chunky in here, I use sticky strip in here to be sure that that will adhere. Just because I don't want it coming up because of the bulkiness of the book. So that will be there. I did use my patterned paper in this blue and pink stripe. I did stitch this one. This is going to be the same exact size that you did the last pocket in. And you're going to put your scoring tape and everything on it just like that. It will adhere to your page just like the other one did. And then this is the piece that I chose from the tag sheet, backed in some craft cardstock, and it will just simply be right there, stuck right there. So that will be your basic page on this page. And then I do have my other 2 things that will sit right in the pocket. So that is what your page will be on this one. Okay, then for the flap, the bag flap page, I have chose this image off the tag sheet, and I have stitched around that. You'll have two more of your white tags. I have my outside bag flap, and then I will have my inside bag flap. Okay, and they will just basically go on like the rest of them did. This here, I just adhered right there. And then of course your sticky strip will need to go along the bottom right here of your page to hold these tags in. Once again, I flip one bow one way and one the other so that the bows aren't kind of meeting each other and getting all wrinkly. Okay, and then they'll sit in there just like that. That is the setup on this page. Okay, I had to backtrack a little bit. I got a little confused on my pages, and it seemed like I was going to have two pages the same, so I'm going to kind of backtrack a little bit. So the next to the last page will be this blue checkerboard, and I remembered the sizes on that. It was 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. I don't remember if I told you before that or not on another page, but it is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, then I have this little sweet strip that will run right along this side, and anyway, it will go somewhere just like this. I actually accidentally cut mine when I was working on something, so I've kind of just held it back together, but it will actually go right in here. Then you will have this piece here that will go about like that, and you will only want to adhere it on this side and the bottom. That way you can use your recipe tags to tuck in like so. And you may even want to put it up on foam tape. That's probably what I will do, is put a little foam tape under there so it kind of raises it just a little. And you will need 3 tags. Now I just did these in craft, and I did make them just like a tag. I did just clip the corners there and round the bottoms. This does measure 5 1/2 by 2 3/4. So that's the size of these 3 tags. And then here's this little cake stamp again. And they sit in there just like that. Okay, then for your last page, this is the paper that I chose for the back page. It will set just like that. I do have 2 of these for the sticker sheet that came from the sticker sheet. Oops, if I can get it off this paper. And they will kind of just set in your corners. I will peel them off that when I get ready to stick them down. I will take them off of there. And they kind of set in the corners. I have my 4x4 photo mat that will go right in here. And then I will pop this up on foam tape. This is Happiness is a Cup of Coffee and a Good Book. And I will pop it up on foam tape, and it will be right in here. And this is basically all the layouts to the pages then of the book. So I will come back and get all those adhered down and show it to you when I get